Hi, how are you doing? Have you ever considered relocating out of your country? You have no idea how many times I have toyed with that thought. For instance, in early 2019, my husband and I wanted to work at relocating our family to Canada. Things were a bit of a struggle for us, and our future in Nigeria seemed so bleak. And so we were hoping that Canada would give to us what Nigeria was not giving us: financial stability, better life, better opportunities, and the works. So we started off the process, making all the inquiries, asking all the right questions, weighing all the pros and cons, and even registering for IELTS, while we were thinking hard on this move and praying about it. But along the line, we didn't go further, and I'll tell you why as we go on. According to a survey made in 2021, more than 7 in 10 Nigerians have said that they would relocate abroad with their family members if they had an opportunity. And sincerely, there are so many good reasons to get out of this country right now, considering that the economy is not smiling, there is high level of unemployment, insecurity, and corruption. One could wonder how anyone can thrive in a country like ours. So I want to ask, is it possible for you to prosper when it seems as if the physical conditions or the economic situation of your location is not favorable? If your answer is no, how come the Bible confused us further when it said concerning a slave named Joseph, who was clearly in an unpleasant situation and had no access to his name, that he prospered in Potiphar's house? Or is it that God weighs prosperity differently from the way we do? Stay with me as I share with you something that God showed me that changed my entire perspective about prosperity and relocation. I believe that this video will be a lot of help to you as you consider migrating. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Hey, welcome back. My name is Mitchelle and this is Youth Circle TV. Relocation is a good thing. I'm not condemning that. There is nothing wrong with searching for greener pastures. My husband and I wanted a better life for our family, but we didn't eventually go through the process of relocation. And the reason was because my husband had this strong conviction that despite our unpalatable situation at that time, that God had something for us here in Nigeria, and it is beautiful. And fast forward to a little over a year after that time, God opened my eyes to see that something was wrong with our relocation move as I studied Genesis 13. In this passage, Abraham and Lot needed to separate because there wasn't enough room to support them and everything they owned. So Abraham asked Lot to make a choice, and Lot chose the well-watered plains of Jordan, while Abraham was left with the less fertile land of Canaan. Lot's choice of relocation was influenced by what he saw, not by his faith. The Bible says that he lifted up his eyes and he saw how rich, lush, and appealing the place was. But we will later discover that his decision was not a wise one, because despite choosing a seemingly better place, things didn't go so well with him. But Abraham, who was left with the less tastier portion, prospered. And here is why. Because God was with Abraham. Why do you think Abraham would dare tell his nephew Lot to choose first and did not protest when Lot chose the best path for himself? I strongly believe that Abraham knew that his prosperity was not dependent on his geographical location, but rather it was dependent on God. And so he was so convinced that wherever he was, he would prosper because God was with him. So the mistake that we made as we planned our relocation was to think like Lot and not like Abraham. In so doing, we removed our faith from God and put it on Canada. But God wanted to teach us that our material prosperity was not dependent on the Canadian economy or the economic situation of Nigeria, but it was totally dependent on the fact that He is with us. And if we had relocated at that time to Canada, we would be out of faith because our faith was on the wrong thing. There's this story of a man who wanted to relocate to Egypt because of famine in his land of residence, but God told him not to go. He said, "Do not go down to Egypt, live in the land of which I shall tell you, dwell in this land, and I will be with you and bless you." Now mark the words, I will be with you. Guess what? This man obeyed God, and it was reported that he sowed in that land and reaped in that same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. The man prospered and continued to prosper until he became very prosperous. This man's name was Isaac. I believe that God could be saying the same thing He told Isaac to some of us. And He is saying, don't look up to your government or your nation's economic stance for your prosperity. Look to me. Trust me that I am able to prosper you in the midst of all of this. Severally in the Bible, people's prosperity has been associated with God's presence in their lives and not because of what they have, where they are, whatever situation they may be in. For instance, Genesis 39 verse 2 says that the Lord was with Joseph and he was a prosperous man, a slave. Wow. 1 Samuel 18:14 says, David prospering in all his ways, for the Lord was with him. 2 Kings 18:7 says, the Lord was with Hezekiah and he prospered wherever he went. We haven't even begun to talk about Abraham, Solomon, Joshua, Gideon, Jehoshaphat, the apostles. Literally every man of faith shared this testimony. So it is safe to say that our prosperity is not dependent on our physical location, but on our spiritual location. It is the Lord being with us that makes us prosper. And the God kind of prosperity goes beyond material possessions. It starts from the heart and reflects in everything that we do. And that kind of heart is found in Jeremiah 17:7-8. And it is a heart that simply trusts the Lord. Under the new covenant, we put our faith in Jesus, who is also called Emmanuel, God with us. In John 15:4-5, Jesus points to himself as the very source of prosperity, saying, he who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. In other words, I need to be with you for you to be prosperous, for you to succeed, for you to be fruitful. So this is what I've learned. 1, God with us is the secret to prosperity. 2, not everything that looks appealing has God's will on it. 3, always live in partnership with God and learn to get him involved before you make any decision. 4, your prosperity is not tied to whether your physical or economic condition of your location is favorable or not. If God is the one who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert, then he is able to prosper you wherever you are. But you need to trust him. 5, God's blessings can come in unattractive packages. Therefore, pay attention so that you are not misled or carried away by what you see. All that glitters is not gold. Don't be like the farmer who sold his acres of land in search of diamond. But what he didn't realize was that his farmland was all the while sitting on acres of diamond. What he was looking for in Sokoto, they for him to go to. So 3 years down the line, would I say that we made a smart move by staying back here in Nigeria? Yes, a big, big yes. Because in this land, God has prospered us and we will continue to prosper until we become very prosperous. So before you relocate, ask the Lord and make sure that your faith is on him and not where you are going to migrate to. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want you to know that I always pray for my viewers. God bless you so much. Please kindly take a step further to like, subscribe, and share our videos. And leave us a comment in the comment section. Tell us what you think about this video that you just watched. Now, until I come your way next time with another interesting episode, my name is Mitchelle, and this is Youth Circle TV. God bless you. Bye.